Hi friends, today I'm going to be showing you how to set up the Aerogarden. This is going to be our Aerogarden's second use. We did have a really successful use in the winter of last year where we did lots of different herbs, and this time around we'll be planting herbs and flowers. So to start off with how the Aerogarden works, it's pretty simple. The seed pods will go into these holes here and the water will filter into them. You do refill the water just by pouring it into this hole here. You can see the fill till here line. And you have a couple buttons here where you can turn on the UV light. This will let you know that you need to add water. It'll blink. And this will let you know that you need to add plant food, and that will blink as well. So all of this is set on a timer. So you do have to connect it to the wall to get the electricity in there so that these lights will work. So this order did come with 2 bottles of plant food, which is super nice, but we really didn't end up using all of it last time. We only used it for about 2 or 3 times, and the plants still grew really well. As you can see, this is what the seed pods look like. They're labeled, and then the seeds are inside there, and you will just drop the pods down in there. So out of our herbs here, we've got mint, rosemary, thyme. We got 2 chamomile pods and 1 basil. And then for the flower side, we got 2 calendula and 1 lavender. Last time the basil and the mint did really, really well, so we were pretty comfortable with going with only 1 plant each. So as you can see, I filled it with water and I turned the lights on. The only thing I will say about the lights is that they're a bit bright, so I wouldn't recommend using them in a room where you're trying to sleep, but in the kitchen or a spare room, a study room, it works really well. And you can see the water going through the little spouts. So in this round, we've gone for the mint, thyme, basil, calendula, lavender, and chamomile. You can see on the end here, it will tell you how tall the plants typically grow. So you can see basil is tall, so I put it on an edge so that it'd have more space to grow. It also tells you the germination days, and you can, as the plants grow larger, move the spout up, move the light up. That way the plants have more room to grow. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the plant food. So as you can see, 6 to 7 pods needs 8 milliliters or 2 capfuls at the startup and then every 2 weeks. And I'll just be adding that right in here. So now that I've added the plant food, I've pressed the button, it turns green, and that'll reset for another 2 weeks. And it'll start flashing red again when you need to add more. The Aerogarden in itself is pretty easy to clean. As you can see, there's still some dirt from the previous time that it was used, but this piece does detach from here, and then you can easily clean this bucket out so that it can be reused for multiple pods. And we'll have some extras to do when these eventually get too big and we want to repot them into somewhere else, or we just want some different plants. So that was it for today, friends. Check back in 2 weeks when these plants have started to grow, and we'll have another update on how the Aerogarden is doing.